everyone wants to show this perception of what they're like, and I know I'm also guilty for that, and I definitely have like almost like a character, especially like, you know, when you're on stage and you have that character version of yourself, up to 11, that really intense dude. And I also have the character when I'm on tour, because not that I'm saying like I couldn't have a bad day on tour and stuff like that. But it's just I know like if everyone is making a conscious effort to be positive, then it rubs off on other people. And like that's what I found like this tour. I know I've had some times when I've been like, oh, I'm so like anxious about stuff, and I'm like, but the positivity of all of Dropout Kings and the rest of the Borders guys and stuff like that is what keeps you going. But yeah, there's also the times when you played this show and you've had this almost facade on, because no one wants to go up to merch and speak to you when you're like, if I was in a really bad way and I was stood on merch and someone came up and I was like, oh, I just don't want to be here. Like if I actually said that, it'd be horrible. Like they're not going to want to come back. They're not going to have a good time. And like they've paid to see this show. They've come to watch you. And they deserve that from you. I think anyway. If you come to a show, I'm always going to speak to anyone and make that effort with people. But yeah, there's also that bit afterwards where there's that come down from it where I'm like, my social battery's like died at like 3 p.m. And you just had to push through until the end. And then you laid in some crappy hotel or hostel somewhere. And you're just like, oh, I feel awful. And yeah, like I think it's important to show both sides of that. Because yeah, like when you're out on the outside looking in, you look at all these other bands and you're like, oh my God, they're having such a good time on tour, because no one's going to post a bad picture from tour. It's always the good ones. So everyone's posting all this because, oh my God, their life must be so amazing. And not that I'm saying it's not. Some people might just have that. Some people might just be happy all the time. But I think it's important because a lot of people do struggle with stuff. Like, why would you not talk about it on the internet? There's nothing to be ashamed of talking about it. And I'm not ashamed of talking about it. I was saying about depression or anxiety or whatever. Like I struggle a lot, but it's finding that balance of, because I don't want to post like every day. I'm like, oh, it's bad again. I don't want to do that. But yeah, I think it's important to, I don't know, just let people know how you're feeling sometimes and not be scared of what people are going to think. People aren't going to be like, oh, well, his guitarist is shit now. Probably cried all over his guitar strings when he was playing that. No one's going to fucking say that. No one gives a shit about that. And yeah, I gravitate to other people and other bands and stuff like that when they are genuine and they are like open about that kind of thing. Just that, I don't know, I like, it's that connection that like obviously you want with fans, but like it's that connection that I build with other bands when I listen to music and things like that. Because yeah, you don't want to be like tricked into some emotion or whatever. Like if you can tell when it's genuine. And yeah, I just I think everyone should be open about things. Like for a long time I didn't like posting that much online. Because yeah, I thought it would like almost hurt the band or like hurt the image that was around the band or whatever. Like, oh, you're all like this serious musician and blah blah. Like you couldn't post anything like that. But yeah, the last few years, especially, just took the filter off. Just was like, cool that we do some cool stuff, but we're not a big band. There's like, I also have a life outside of playing guitar and going on tour, and sometimes that's just not that great. straight as like, but yeah, I think it's important that everyone talks about it and isn't scared of talking about it, because I know a lot of people are scared of the perception or like, and I used to be worried about being treated different, like almost be like, I didn't want people to what's an expression like mollycoddle you, or like try and wrap you in cotton wool. I'm like, oh my God, I hate that idea of people treating me different or like trying to compensate for me. I don't want that. I want you to treat me like a fucking normal person, regardless of, like, I will deal with my stuff. You don't have to treat me any different. But yeah, like just having it out there and being open to talking about it with other people. I know a lot of people, like loads of people that I probably would have never spoken to before, like from bands, like especially through lockdown. Some people would see those statuses or those posts and whatever, and they would message me and like say that they were going through a similar thing, and then we would talk to each other like on a regular basis. And it's like I'd still do with some of them. It's not like you having to check in on them every day. Oh my god! But just like every now and again, you just pop up like, "Oh, hey, how you been? How you doing?" And that's just nice. And yeah, I like that those people came to me after some of those posts that you spoke about, and felt like they could speak to me and like confide in me about stuff. Cause yeah, like I like the thing about playing music in front of people and getting that reaction and making them feel good and like that community vibe. And like, it's almost like you get that same thing, like just helping people and doing nice things for people. That's that same thing. Playing music in front of people and making people enjoy themselves is doing a nice thing for them. I know it's selfish as well, like, but it's nice to do things for other people and help them. I think, yeah, there was a lot of people that I have spoken to over those posts that, yeah, I'm really happy that they spoke to me.